Welcome to Module 9 of Visualization Practices. In our last session, we explored different grounding practices as ways to help you anchor yourself in the present through your body and through your senses. And today we're going to focus on another really powerful pathway for regulation, and that is visualization. Visualization basically uses your imagination to influence your nervous system. It's when you picture something vividly enough in your mind that your body actually responds as if it's real. And this is why athletes use visualization before their competition, and why recalling stressful events just make your body more stressed out. Even though it's not happening in the moment, you're recalling that past fear and that past trauma, and your body is actively reliving it. And so we're going to talk about why visualization is such a powerful tool for you and how it can help you to calm your nervous system by simply imagining the future. So we're going to explore how visualization works, why it's effective for nervous system regulation, and we're going to try a guided practice to help you reflect on how you as a leader can use imagery to prepare for high stakes moments. We're also going to hear a little bit about an individual who discovered how visualization was able to transform the way that she showed up under pressure and how she presents publicly. So let's start with why visualization actually matters. The brain doesn't actually know the difference between what's real and what can be vividly imagined, right? And so when our brain coherently reaches a level of our brain-body coherence where we are vividly bringing things into our mental awareness, then we are essentially teaching our body and teaching our nervous system how to react and respond in those moments. And so if you imagine yourself walking along a beach, your body might start to relax as if you were actually there. And our muscles will soften, our breath will slow, and our nervous system will actually shift. Now, of course, if you don't like water or you don't like the beach, then you might have the opposite effect. But the goal with visualization is to actually rehearse safety by training our mind to train our body to respond. And so one of the ways that we're going to do this is by teaching you how to picture yourself in a calm or empowering environment so that you can shift your nervous states even when the external environment is stressful. So we're going to talk about a couple of different techniques here. We're going to talk about a safe place visualization. We're going to talk about a resource visualization, a future self visualization, and then we'll do some symbolic imagery. We'll talk about symbolic imagery. Now, if you've ever done a guided meditation before, you've probably experienced some of these aspects. And for people who are deep in the meditation world, they know about the brain waves and how to put your brain into a certain state so that you can, in essence, manifest different things in your life. But all we want to talk about here is the visualization aspect that is going to train your body to listen to your mind as if the things that you do in your visualization will come easy and naturally to you as you do them in real life. And again, don't recall who actually did the study, but actual athletes using visualization had the same effects as athletes who practiced the actual shots and moves in real life. And so a group did constant practice, and a group did practice visualization. And so we know that visualization has the exact same response as actually practicing those things. And so if you are not at a place where you can calm your nervous system in the moment because it's activating too much, then visualization is a really good way for you to train your mind, to train your body for those circumstances. Now, let's start with a safe place visualization. And essentially, what we want you to do is we want you to imagine a location that you feel safe, calm, and in a restorative state. And this could be a real place. It could be like your childhood playhouse, your backyard, your favorite hiking trail, or it could be something that you totally make up. Like for me, I love thinking that I'm on a beach in some desert island where there are no other humans, but it's a beautiful sandy beach. The water is clear and gorgeous, and that's what I like. And so you can make it up, or you can have your favorite place from maybe some place that you visited, or just another place that really helps you to feel calm. And part of that practice is really just tuning in, thinking about all of the different aspects of that visualization. And so, what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? Can you actually imagine the feel of the sand on your skin, or the water on your skin, or the wind, like whatever it is? If it's your tree house, like, can you feel the wood and the grain from the tree and everything else? And so you want to really immerse yourself in that experience through the senses, but all in the mind. And so, again, this is going to help you to train your mind to train your body. Now, another practice is a resource visualization. And essentially, what we want you to do is to think about the social resources that you have in your life, whether it's supportive friends, family, mentors, or anyone else who has like a really bright and protective energy about them. We want you to imagine yourself surrounded by those people. And what this is going to do is it's going to remind the body that you're not alone. You have all of these other wonderful people in your life. And the feeling that is associated with that social connection is also what's going to help you kind of ground your nervous system in this moment. And so resource visualization, social social currency, social networks, like however you want to call it, it really is just about imagining those people that you have in your lives who are just warm, they're comfortable, and they're safe. And the next one, this one is one of my personal favorites. So future self visualization. And what this one does is you start by imagining yourself handling a difficult situation with kind of a calm, grounded, and focused sense of self. And this version of yourself kind of that you're aiming towards, in that process of them stepping into those moments and handling it the way that you want to handle it, whether it's professional, whether it's calm, whether it's with clarity and with expertise, like whatever it is, you want to imagine yourself handling the situation in the way that you want to handle it. And what this is going to do is it's going to build confidence and prepare your nervous system for that event. This is especially helpful if you've got a major event that's looming, it's causing a lot of anxiety for you, you're afraid you're going to mess it up. Then we want you to do the future self visualization where you're actually going through every single detail of what you need to do, but your future self is doing it in a way that is precisely aligned with the way that you want the outcome to be. And we've got a story that's connected to this that we'll share in just a moment. But just know that your future self doing this in your visualization is what's going to give you the courage and the confidence when that time comes to say, you know what, I can do this, I have done this, and here's how I'm going to do it. And so it gives you that kind of mental frame and a little bit of self-confidence as you step into that, because you've already rehearsed it in your head many, many times. Right? And the last one we're going to do is we're going to talk about some symbolic imagery. And for this is not necessarily like imagining yourself or imagining repetition or practice or precisely how you're going to do something. This is about using different symbols, whether it is light, whether it is different colors, whether it's, water or air or some other symbol that is going to represent calm and strength for you. Or if you need release or something else, like what is that symbol going to represent for you, and how are you going to use that in your visualizations to help you? And so what this is going to do is it's going to kind of help bypass your overthinking and speak directly to your body. And again, this one is really, really big in different meditations. If you've ever done a meditation where they talk about, a big white light or a purple light or something, and it's expanding and contracting and it's coming into your body, this is what that is. Now, you don't have to go super in depth like that. And if you just want or need calm or strength, then whatever your symbol is, if it's light, then imagine that light kind of coming into your body and transferring calm throughout your body. Or if it's something else and you want it to represent something else, what is the symbol? What do you want it to represent for you? And then do the visualization where you're visualizing that happen. And again, that's going to speak directly to your body and tell it or teach it how you want it to be. When we talk about visualization in the context of leadership, this is a game changer. It basically helps you to take stressful situations, whether it's public speaking, conflict resolution, or any other kind of high stakes circumstance, and it helps to prepare the nervous system before you get into that circumstance, the real circumstance. And so it allows you to prepare your body and your mind in advance of whatever this event or circumstance is. And basically what you do is you're imagining yourself walking into the room with a steady breath, a grounded posture, a calm voice, and your nervous system being primed to whatever it is that you want the outcome to be. And let's say you're trying to guide a team through something, then you want to use the imagery that's relevant for the team, and you want to use the connection that the team understands. And so what is the project or process? Is it a project? Is it something that you want to achieve together? And so make sure you kind of frame everything appropriately. But then the goal is for the team to picture success together. What does it look like? How do you do it? And so forth. Now, for this one, let's talk really, really quickly about just an example of a nonprofit director who was preparing for can't remember what it's called when you're getting funding, but when you are showcasing your organization for funding, preparing for one of these public speaking events. And this person was always triggered by anxiety anytime they had to speak in this context. And so the night before, they would not be able to sleep, their heart would race, their hands would be really sweaty, and their voice would actually tremble when they got to the podium. And after working with visualization, where this person specifically practiced imagining themselves arriving at the venue, greeting everyone, talking to them, imagine themselves walking to the podium with a steady breath, a calm mind, and speaking clearly. And for this, it's a little bit more than just seeing it. So it's about actually feeling it and experiencing it. And so feeling the weight of the microphone in their hand and hearing her own calm tone of voice and noticing different aspects about the audience and those kinds of things. So really immersing yourself in it. And that's what this person was able to do. And, when the time came and they needed to speak, while they did still have nerves in their body, their nervous system in that moment felt much calmer and much safer than it had previously. And so they were able to kind of walk up to the podium with a sense of having that map of, I can do this and I have done this before, and standing there, closing their eyes, briefly recalling their visualization, and then stepping into it just like she rehearsed, so that she could have that calm tone and that clarity in her approach. Now, of course, the presentation went well, and more importantly, she was actually able to feel ownership of that process. And one thing that this person said, was that visualization gave her a way to practice regulating even before they got into the room. And it was her quotes, like she had already been there. And that's exactly what we want for you. We want you to have that feeling of knowing because you've already done it, right? And if you take a lot of risks and you speak a lot, then you don't have a lot of those same pressures because you've already kind of worked through it and you've navigated it, you've done it several times, and you know how it's going to go, right? But if you don't have that experience, then another way that you can kind of create that experience is through this visualization process. So what I want us to do now is to practice a simple visualization together. We're going to do a safe place visualization. If you have an upcoming event that you want to do your visualization for, you're more than welcome to do that instead of this one. But for the video and for everyone, we're going to walk through a safe space visualization. And so I want you to go ahead, settle in. So sit or lay comfortably. Close your eyes and soften your gaze. I want you to take 2 slow breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you continue those breaths, I want you to bring your mind to a place where you truly feel safe, calm, or at ease. Again, this could be a real place or it can be completely made up. And I want you to specifically picture the details. What do you see in this place? What are the colors, the shapes, the lights? And I want you to picture, what do you hear? Are there birds in the distance? Waves, maybe? Is it completely silent? And also think about, what do you actually feel? Is it the warmth from the sun? Is it the coolness of the water? The softness beneath you? What do you actually feel? And then we want you to engage the body. Imagine yourself actually breathing in the air of this place. And notice how your body feels as you're taking that breath in there. Are you more relaxed, more steady, and more open? Or are you not? And let yourself stay in this place for a few breaths. And then we want you to think about an anchor. I want you to picture something, whether it's a word, a symbol, or an image that represents the safety of this place. It could be a color, a stone, a light, whatever your anchor is. We just want something that is going to remind you of the safety of that place. And then we want you to Imagine holding that resource with you as you slowly come back to the present. And then we want you to kind of return to the present. So gently bring awareness back into your body, back into the room that you're in, and open your eyes when you're ready. As you do, we want you to just notice how you feel. What were the images or the sensations that came up for you? How did your body respond? Were you calmer, heavier, lighter, more open? And how might you use visualization before some kind of leadership moment to help you prepare your nervous system? Now, again, we did a safe place here, but as you are visualizing something for your leadership, if you've got a specific event or something that you have to actually go through, like a performance conversation or something along those lines, and you want to do your visualization, we want you to go through the same process. So we want you to settle in. We want you to actually imagine the place. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Then we want you to engage your body. We want you to have that anchor as you start to come out, and then we want you to come out. And so, like athletes, when they do it, if they're practicing a shot or they're practicing a specific movement or something, then they're going to visualize that actual movement or that shot. And that's what they're going to do. So let's take basketball, right? As they're imagining that place, they're imagining the basketball court. Maybe they're imagining people in the stands, their teammates around them. They're feeling the basketball, the way the grooves kind of move in their hands. They're feeling the air as they're moving across the court. They're feeling their shoes kind of make contact and come off. And we really want you to go in that level or that deep to kind of explore what is it actually like in that moment. So you're imagining that, you're engaging the body. And so if there is a physical movement as part of that, you're welcome to do that physical movement, or you can do it all in your head, but use the breath. And so we want you to engage your body and really start to use your breath to help you in this process. And then again, that anchor. And you'll have the instructions for these in the resources, so don't worry so much about that. And there are also some guided meditations that are in the guided meditation section of the Increasing Consciousness member portal. All right, so let's go ahead and close out this module. And when we talk about visualization here, this is what allows us to safely rehearse and practice our presence before challenging events. And whether or not you imagine a calming environment, a supporting presence, or your future self doing the thing that you need to do, your nervous system will actually respond to the story that you tell it. Again, our mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what we can create in our brains and in our imaginations, especially if we're engaging all of our senses and we're engaging the creative process of our imagination. And so, as you move forward, I want you to try using visualizations before any moments of stress. It doesn't matter how stressful. If there is something that causes tension, I want you to practice a visualization before going into that situation. And again, just picturing yourself grounded and steady, and notice how that is going to influence your body and your mind when you actually step into that reality. Now, in the next module, we're going to talk about co-regulation, which is the way that we regulate not only with ourselves, but also together with others. And we'll talk about why human connection is one of the most powerful regulation tools, and how you as a leader can foster environments where people can actually help each other to return to balance. Co-regulating is one of my favorite topics and one of my favorite things, because I'm a big social connection person, and so I'm super excited for that one, and I hope to see you there.